Okay, so welcome back to part 2 for the Sonic Ring portal effect. So we're just going to pick up where we left off. So let's make a new solid and we'll call this particles, and we'll make it black. Hit OK, and then we'll go into trapcode particular. Okay, and then if we go into our ring controller, hit P on that, and then let's place our particles underneath our camera. If we hold Alt and then click the stopwatch for position XY, I'm using trapcode 2, by the way. If we hit this spiral, which is called the pick whip tool, and then we can just pick whip to our position for our ring controller. There we go. I might actually enlarge this, and then if we hold Alt on that for the Z, and then place it on top of our Z position. So there, we've got two expressions, and what that actually does is that the particles will emit from our ring. So if you can see that, there we go, we can see particles flying out of our ring. Okay, so let's go ahead and solo the particles for now, and let's just start adjusting. So let's bring up the particles maybe about 200 per second, and let's turn down the velocity a fair bit because we don't want it to be, we just want it to be a burst, and we would put velocity for random up and velocity for motion up as well, not too much though, so maybe about 50. And so let's see, what else can we do? Let's bring that down even more, the velocity, and let's look at the particle. Let's make it like a goldish color, so maybe about around there, and we'll set the blending mode to add, and then we'll make it very small, like 2, and then we'll bring the light down to like 1. So it's just a short burst of particles. Let's play with the opacity random here, and we'll bring the size random up, and then we're just going to use this preset. So we want it to start big and then just get slowly fades off. Same goes for our opacity random. Nope, not that one. Opacity prefer life. And there we go. Nice. So let's have a look how it looks on top. Okay, so we're getting something. So let's go ahead and set this to add, and we'll make it a box, and let's just bring the emitter size down for that, so maybe about 20. And let's maybe make it 1.5 for the life, and we want it to be still small, so maybe about 1. So it's very small, or maybe about 1.5, and we'll definitely turn on motion blur for our particles. We'll make the shutter phase about 90. Okay, is looking good. Let's go ahead and add stylize glow. Let's add some glow to these particles. Let's turn up the radius to about 30. And then bring the intensity down to maybe like 0.3. And we'll duplicate it. This time we'll make it maybe like 100. Better yet, maybe about 60. Still make it 0.2. So I really want this set of glow to be really tight. So there we go. What else can we do here? Let's maybe bring this to about 150. It's a little getting hectic here. Okay, that's looking better. Okay, so once your particles are set up, you want to go into the emitter. So at its neutral position, we want the particles to be 0. I will set a keyframe for that. And then maybe we can move up a couple of frames. So maybe about here. We'll start it. We'll leave it at 150 from here. And then we'll just smooth those parts, keyframes out. Okay, so now let's move on to our blur. So we're just gonna shut off the particles and let's solo the ring. And okay, so let's go ahead and duplicate it, and we'll call this blur. Okay, so let's get a directional blur, and we're just gonna blur it out quite a lot, and then we'll angle it, and then we'll add a curves adjustment to add in the alpha. Let's maybe do about 200. And let's just duplicate it and then just put below, and we'll duplicate it one more time and put it below. Okay, so we should have 3 copies. Okay, and then so it looks something like that. Okay, so let's make a new solid. We'll make it red. We'll call this matte. Let's put it beneath. Let's put it on top of our blur. And let's go over here and just come to let's figure out at what point does our ring start. Okay, so it starts here, around about here. Okay, so what we want to do is draw a mask around this circle area, and we're gonna subtract that area, and let's go ahead and set the track matte to alpha matte, and there we go. So we gotta adjust this as well. So let's just draw some curves here. And I think you all know what you're probably thinking. We have to do this for the entire sequence, and yes, I'm afraid so. That is correct. I'm sorry, there is no other way to do this. So alpha inverted, sorry it was. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Let's set this to add. Sorry, it was add. And let's just move this. Let's set a keyframe for the mask path from here. And let's go into here and just move it across here. Oh, what? I was right initially. Man, what's wrong with this thing? And then this for this one. For this mask path, I wanted to subtract that. So I was right. What? How's that possible? I'm a genius. Okay, so that's what we were trying to achieve here. So you just gotta basically streak it out and just follow and keep going with this. So I know it's gonna take a long time, but patience is the key for this, basically. So I'm just gonna do this quickly, so I'll be back. Okay, so this is what I got. Okay, good stuff. That took me like, I don't know, another 10 minutes on top, so that was very delightful. Anyway, so for now, let's go ahead and... Oh, by the way, guys, that was the hardest part, so don't worry about it. Okay, so let's adjust this ring, because this ring is like dark, so why don't we brighten up first with an RGB. Like that, and let's add in our glow. Let's set it to A and B colors, and let's change it to more of an orange glow look, and then we'll set this one to maybe a bit more on the yellow side, so like that, and we'll set this to like 2. So it looks like that. Maybe we could spread it out just a bit. And let's duplicate it. And this time we're going to spread it out quite a lot. Maybe about 100. And we'll bring the intensity down to like 1. And we'll bring this down to like 1.5. And we'll bring the threshold down, sorry, so that I can catch some of this glow. So maybe about 40%. And for this one, maybe about 50, 55. And we'll make it like 1. So that looks good. And let's copy these glow settings to our blur. So we'll delete that and we'll paste it on here. I have no idea how this is going to look, but we'll find out. Okay, that looks kind of a little funky as, but we can work with this. Okay, so I found the solution. You can put this blur to additive and then set your glows down to like 0.1 for an intensity, and I'm just going to add a fast blur on top just to soften it out, maybe like 5 pixels, maybe even more, like 20. Looks okay. Alright, so let's check it out what we have. Alright, let's check it out. Not bad at all. not bad. Okay, so I think for these particles, I just want to maybe make it smaller, way smaller, maybe like 0.5. So maybe we can bring the particles per second up. So maybe about 200. Yep, that looks fine. Okay, so overall I'm pretty happy with it. So okay, so let's initiate our one final tip, which is the end destination. So let's add in my destination. So I've got this clip from Sonic that I downloaded from the internet, and then we can just let's have a look here. So we can see here that I've got this black areas. I kind of don't want it. Well, let's see how it looks first. So right to the point where at its neutral position, so which is here. Okay, this is when the clip should start. So let's go ahead and draw a mask around our Sonic. So somewhere about here. Like that. And let's hit page down maybe a couple of times. And then we're just gonna expand this quite large. So like this. Oh dear, I forgot to add in mask path. Okay, keyframe. Let's keyframe there. At its neutral position, so which is about here. And so let's fill this up. Just move it across here like that. Page down again a couple of times, or maybe page up, and then let's just extend this out. Down again, and then we want this to go all the way out like that. Okay, so this should look somewhat okay. Let's have a look. I should have done this before, but anyway, it doesn't matter. Sorry for the background noise. It's just a lot of trucks and cars go through my street, so I do apologize for that. And let's just bring this here. Maybe with the clip can start playing from this point, and then we'll just slide it over. Okay, let's check it out. Nice, I like that. I like that a lot. Okay, so one final touch is we can just adjust our render settings for our city. So let's go ahead and adjust some of this. So let's add in our shadows, very important. And let's go ahead and add in our ambient occlusion. This may take up a bit of rendering, but we'll see how we go. And maybe we can adjust my shadows here to maybe like 6. It's kind of harsh with the shadows here. Maybe 0.5. And we'll bring the intensity down for the ambient occlusion. So let's bring it in like 0.7. Like that. Okay. And then we can even enable glow for our city. So enable glow. And we'll bring up the intensity to like 5. Maybe 10. And we can maybe make it tight, like 2. 3. Something like that. Okay, so we can even add a glow on top of this, but we're not going to make it too big because yeah, it'll blow up our glow. So let's make it 0.2, and let's bring the threshold to like 80%, and we'll make it like 50. Maybe 100. Okay. Nice. Alright, so once the ring controller hits our neutral position, or in this case, once the clip starts playing around about this point, I want all the layers except for the clip to end here, so that none of them will be running in the background. Other than that, and we'll hit Alt bracket, and there we go. And we'll just play the clip. So guys, if you want to show your appreciation, spread the word, get this globalized or something, I don't know. Anyway guys, so that's it for the tutorial. That's the Sonic the Hedgehog ring portal. If you guys have any other recommendations for tutorial ideas, I'm always open to that, so comment down below. And yeah, thank you once again. My name's David. I hope you learned interesting techniques that you can use for your own creations. Please give a like if you like this video, subscribe if you want to see more, and comment down below if you have any questions. But until next time, I will see you in the next video.